Hey everybody, today I'll be taking a look at Boomerang, which is a reteaming of Lascaux. It's actually the same game as Lascaux, just another team. In Lascaux you're hunting in prehistoric times, you have cavemen hunting, and here it's aboriginals hunting in Australia. So just a little different team, but the same game as Lascaux. They're both a game based on the bidding system of No Tanks. It's actually, I would call it No Tanks 2.0, a bit advanced. First I'll explain how the game plays. So in the game, all players will get 5 of these chips, and they have the 5 different hunting zones. So there's mountains, by the sea, in the desert, the grass and the forests. Then there's this deck of cards, and cards will be turned over equal until all 5 hunting grounds are represented. So right now we already have desert and forests, mountains and water. There's only one missing. Grassland is still missing, still no grassland, still no grassland. Now there's still no grassland, will be a big pot. Oh, grassland. So all hunting zones are represented right now. All players will then in secret put one of their 5 chips. So like I said, they have the 5 hunting grounds on their chips, and that is where they will be hunting, and this is done secretly. So every player chooses one. Let's say I think there are 4 desert cards, and I think I'm gonna push really hard this round. I'm gonna try to stay in really long, and I'm gonna go for those desert tiles. So I put this a little bit ahead of myself. Another player, for example, might think everybody's gonna go for that desert. I'm gonna get out faster and I'm gonna go for mountains. There's still a lot of mountain tiles, so I'm gonna go for that. And let's say that it's a 3-player game, there's a 3rd player, and he's also gonna push for deserts. He wants to stay in long and get those 4 cards. So you put those tokens in front of yourself, but not visible to the other players. Everybody starts with a certain amount of boomerangs, and on your turn you either pass and take all the boomerangs that have been bid, or you just throw a boomerang and you're still in. So let's say player 1 says, I'm still in, boomerang. 2nd player, I'm still in. 3rd player, oh, I'm still going. 4th is going. 5th, and the 3rd player, 2nd turn, he thinks, well, I think I'm out, I'm not gonna spend anymore, so he passes, and then he gets all the boomerang that are in the middle, so these go to his supply, but he has to place his chip first, which means that he will choose last at the end of the game. So the other 2 players continue. One says, I'm still in. 2nd, I'm still in. Next, I'm in. Next, I'm in. They keep bidding, throwing in boomerangs. I think you start a game with 6. I'd have to check, but let's say one player is thinking, oh, this is getting too dangerous, I'll pass. So he gets all the boomerangs. So the player, he gets to put in his chip next, and the winner, the last player, he goes all the way on top. But remember, he has played a lot of boomerangs and he didn't gain any, so next round he's in trouble. But then the revealing goes, so the winner goes first. He had desert, so he gets all the desert creatures. 2nd player, he also had desert, but there's nothing left, so he gets nothing. The last player, who was out first, he had mountains. These are still 2 mountain guards, mountain animals. He gets them. So even though he lost the bidding, he actually was out first. By choosing mountains, he still got 2 cards. So that's well played. And that's how the game goes. You just keep going until you run out of cards. And at the end game, scoring is simple. There's 9 of every animal, 9 cards. If you have the majority in an animal, you get points equal to the amount. So let's say that you have at the end of the game 3 of these salamanders is the word in Dutch. I'm not sure how to say it in English. Or lizards, I'm not sure. Let's say it's a lizard. If you have the majority of them with only 3 in a 4-player game, it's possible, then you get 3 points. So only if you have the majority you get the points. Cards are open, so you can look at how many of each animal each player already has during play, and you can see sometimes that you really need a card or not. And you also get some points for leftover boomerangs at the end of the game, but not much. I believe it's 1 point for every 6 boomerangs you have left. Every 8, sorry. So there's 1 point for every 8 boomerangs you have left at the end of the game. That's how it plays. So, final thoughts. I really like this. I think it's better than No Tanks. It's a good filler, but it's not as much luck dependent as No Tanks. Because of this, how this works, you can be really smart and just like this player did, put it thinking I'm gonna just go out fast and put a terrain where there might be cards left, and sometimes you go for something that gives a lot of cards because there are a lot of cards of that terrain on that turn, but then you have to stay in long and maybe you can't make it. Your amount of boomerangs is secret, so you don't really know how many boomerangs somebody has left. It just works. It's fast, it's easy. On your turn it's just passing or bidding. Bidding is putting in a boomerang, passing is getting all the boomerangs that are there. Everybody understands it, it plays quickly. Like I said, there's less luck than in No Tanks. These chips give more strategy. It's just a cool game, it works. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, see you later.